Okay, great.
We are streaming everywhere, Julie.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. It's where we blend spirituality and practicality to help you live a life of purpose and joy. Got a bunch of callers on hold. If you want to have a conversation with me, come in at askjulieryanshow.com. And if you're coming in that way, be sure to stay in the middle of your screen and stay in front of your camera until we get you on, because this is live. So if you're not in front of your camera, you're going to miss your time. If you're coming in on YouTube, we're at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. We've got Rachel helping with the questions on YouTube. If you're going to submit a question, please just put your first name and where you're located and then your question. And we've got Chris helping us on the callers. So again, askjulieryanshow.com if you want to have a conversation with me. If you're just submitting a question on YouTube, then just come in at Ask Julie Ryan. So a couple of announcements here. First of all, prayers go out for President Trump, his family, the man who was killed at his rally last weekend, and also his family. And there are 2 men that are in the hospital that are recovering. I saw today that they were downgraded from critical to serious. So that means that they're healing. Thank you, God. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, here in America last weekend, former President Donald Trump was shot by an assassin and really came within a millimeter of him losing his life. So that's all over the news here. So lots of prayers going out. Doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. An assassination attempt is an assassination attempt. And good things will come out of this. It always does. But lots of prayers there for all those people involved. We're going to do Ask Julie Ryan live next Tuesday, July 23rd. It's from 8 to 10 Eastern. And it's like the show, but it's more relaxed. I can spend more time with each caller. And also, I give away lots of prizes, you guys. Give away a free session, free class, give away other free prizes too. So join us, askjulieryan.com/live if you want to come join us next Tuesday, July 23rd from 8 to 10. Also, other freebie stuff. Give away a free session. You just have to leave a review anywhere you watch the show or listen to it. We're on all the podcast networks. We're on YouTube. We're on Alexa. So leave a review. You'll be entered into a drawing for a free session with me. And if you want to be in a drawing for a free class, we give those away each month, the class and the session. Just follow me on YouTube, subscribe, and leave a review, and then you'll be entered in. And then, of course, angelic attendant training, November 1st through the 3rd in Atlanta. It's starting to fill up. So if you're thinking of joining us, it's in person. It's amazing. You will be able to do all the stuff that I do after a weekend. And plus, it's so much fun. So come join us for that. All righty, Chris, who's our first caller or first question on YouTube? Let's see who's the first person we're going to get. Hi, Angela.
Crooked Joe Biden just
Hi. Oh, this is wild. Okay, so thank you so
Yeah,
much for hosting.
somebody's
the first
got
time.
their TV on in the background that we need to turn off. So is that you or is that somebody else?
Hi. Oh, this is wild. Okay, so thank
Okay,
you.
so
Somebody's got an echo.
their TV on in
we
the
got an
background.
echo. So turn your speaker off.
So is that you or is that somebody else?
Phones that you can use.
I'm not sure. I could hear the echo when you were talking before this.
Okay, so go find some headphones and then we'll get you back on.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Let's go to our next caller and see who that is. That would be just way too distracting if we had that going on. So you want to use headphones, whoever's calling in, if you've got them, and like Air AirPods or AirPods or whatever, remember to subscribe. Remember to share these episodes with your family and friends and get the word out. Okay, Chris, who's next? Lisa. Hi, Julie. Lisa from Southern California. Is my lethargy, pressure in my head, and brain fog ascension symptoms or something more? Thank you. Hi, Lisa. Let me connect into you and I'll get you on my radar and we'll see what's going on. How that works for those of you that are new to the show is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly simply because the body has mass. So I raised my vibrational level. I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to hook into Lisa in Southern California. And then I'll have a hologram of her in my mind's eye. Something will be identified, and then there will be a healing. I'm going to describe the healing in detail. So, all of you that are listening and watching, I want you to picture what I'm describing too, because then we all work together to help send Lisa a healing. It's kind of like the power of prayer. The more prayers being said for somebody, a lot of times, the better the result. So, Lisa, here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. Heading to you in California. Got you shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. I can see your brain fog. It looks like kind of a brownish, grayish fog in front of your forehead. And so I'm removing that. I'm watching that get removed. It looks to me like you're on some kind of medication, even if it's over the counter, because when I see brain fog and it has an oily ring around the perimeter of the cloud, imagine taking a Q-tip and dipping it into baby oil and then putting it around the outside of a cloud. That's what it looks like. So I don't know what kind of medication you're on, but that may be having an effect. What I'm getting is that it's all related to your gut and it's all food related. So stay low on the food chain. If God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it or at least read the ingredients and make sure that there isn't anything in there that you can't pronounce. And that's going to help a lot too. What I'm doing is I'm in your GI tract, I'm cleaning that out. You've got what's known as leaky gut, which is when the intestinal lining, it gets little separations in it and microscopic particles of food and toxins from the gut get into your bloodstream. And so that's what's causing your symptoms. So stay low on the food chain, stay on the outer perimeter of the grocery store, the aisles in the middle, try and avoid those as much as you can because that's got all the processed foods. And that's what I believe is causing a lot of your brain fog. So I hope that helps. Thanks for joining us. All righty. AskJulieRyanShow.com if you want to have a conversation with me. If you're joining us on the YouTube live stream, it's at Ask Julie Ryan. And it's always fun to see who calls in because I never know who it's going to be. And I never know who Chris is going to put through. He's the magic man. He has all the power. Hi, Ayumi.
Hello.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you this evening? Did I say your name
I'm
right?
good. Ayumi, yes, you said it perfectly.
Ayumi. I must be psychic or something.
Why?
Maybe. Where are you?
At this time, I'm in SoCal as well in California.
In California, Southern California? We got our California
Yes.
girls on tonight. Okay.
Oh,
Terrific.
I've been traveling and I'm really from Japan
Okay.
and Hawaii.
Oh my
But
gosh.
at this moment, I'm just kind of visiting my son.
Oh,
I have
wonderful.
talked to you once,
I know you
when
have.
show was still calling in. So I never saw you like this, but I did talk to you before.
Terrific. Well, wonderful to see your beautiful face. I just got to talk to you before.
It's amazing what you can do. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
thanks. Everybody can do it. That's the way I say it. Come take my training. Everybody can do it. I learned how to do this stuff, so can everybody
Yeah,
else.
it's on my
Yeah.
list. I've been thinking about going to Atlanta.
Come on, girl. Come join us. It'll be a life-altering event in the best way, and it is so much fun. I promise. People say that, they go, "Oh my god, it was so much fun." You keep saying that, but you don't know it till you come join us. Well, do you have a
Yeah,
question
I
for me?
agree. Yes, I have a aunt in Japan who has fallen, and since then she kind of lost a lot of ability. She can't walk now.
Oh, no.
And she recognized us, but the word's not coming out.
Mhm.
And we thought maybe she just kind of went into dementia state, but
Mhm.
she does say something like all of a sudden, like, "Hey, thank you for coming to see me." So
Mhm.
we don't know. I just want to know if she wants to tell us something.
Yeah, what's her first name?
Miyoko.
Miyoko. Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect into you and then from you to Miyoko in Japan.
Okay,
Okay, so here
thank you.
comes my laser beam, Sweet Home Alabama, Southern California got you, going to Miyoko. Goes across Pacific. I watch my laser beam go across the maps, the oceans, all of that. All right. Miyoko, I'm talking to your niece. Is it okay if I scan you energetically to see if we can help you walk again? She said, "Oh, yes, yes, yes." That's what I heard in my head. "Oh, yes, yes, yes." Okay.
Yes.
So I'm shooting energy from her feet up through the top of her head. You know how I get divine downloads into my head when we're talking, even before I get somebody on my radar? What I was getting was she's concussed. She got a concussion when she fell, even though she may not have hit her head, but she
Mm,
still got a concussion. And that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, Ayumi. I'm watching brain matter looks like, my analogies are wild sometimes. They can be funny or they're just like, it's what I see in my head. And it's spirit giving me that information as analogies for what our brains can understand when this energy healing is happening. So, brain matter looks like thick cooked oatmeal to me. Scar tissue, it has a consistency of soft butter. Scar tissue in the brain looks like chicken cartilage, the kind that you'd see in a chicken breast with the bone in, that white flexible stuff. So I'm scooping that out of her brain. Looks to me like she had a little brain bleed and it's on the left
oh,
side. I don't know. I don't know enough about the brain. I'd have to look it up to see what mobility section is affected. But when we have a fall or we're in a car accident or there's some kind of a, you know, a some kind of a thump or we get we get hit or something, what happens is the brain, which isn't attached inside the skull, it goes slamming up against the inside of the skull and then it kicks back. So we see brain injury a lot of the time and it goes undetected because they were probably, if she even went to the hospital, they were probably checking out her hips and her knees and to be sure she didn't have
yeah.
anything broken. So I can see a brain bleed. It's clotted. It looks like when I see a brain bleed after it's happened, it looks kind of like dried blood in the brain. Have you ever skinned your knee maybe as a kid and you get dried blood on it before you can wash the wound off? That's what it looks like. So I've removed that section. We're using stem cell energy to regenerate that brain matter. Light amber colored gel has sparkles in it because it's woo woo. Gotta have sparkles. Reminds me of Dippity Doo hair gel, which was a thing when I was a kid in the 60s and 70s. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. You can get lots of information online with it. And they still sell it on Amazon, which I think is a riot that it's still being sold. So light amber colored gel sparkles, filling up that area that I scooped out where the brain bleed was. There's a little vortex spinning above that area, and that's regenerating that brain matter. It transforms the stem cell energy into new brain matter. So that's what we're watching happen. Let me just check the rest of her skeleton. Did she go to the hospital? Did they say everything was fine? She didn't break anything?
Yes, she did, and she was okay for 2 months. She was still talking, and you know, but
Mhm.
then all of a sudden, we thought maybe because she stopped rehabilitations,
Mhm.
that's she kind of lost the will to live. But I don't think nobody mentioned about concussion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think some really terrific concussion advice is on Amen Clinics, AMEN Clinics, plural.com.
Mhm.
Amen, like, amen, hallelujah, at the end of a prayer.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
AMEN clinics.com. And then if you do an internet search, Ayumi, on Dave Asprey, Asprey, and put concussion into the search bar, you'll get a lot of information about that.
Okay.
And I know that a lot of omega-3s can help,
Mm.
like fish oil and those kinds
Yes.
of things. That can really help the brain heal, and the brain can heal from those brain bleeds, from the concussions, from all of it. So, I hope that helps. How old is your aunt?
Thank you so much. I think she's 86,
Okay.
but she was
No.
doing really good. It's just
Yeah.
that right after the fall, just went downhill. I'm so glad she just didn't lose her will to live.
Yeah.
We just didn't
Oh,
know.
right. Well, I hope that helps. I hope she feels better.
Thank you so much. You
You
helped a
bet. Great
lot
to see
already.
you.
Nice
Bye.
to see you too. Bye-bye.
AskJulieRyanShow.com. If you're joining us on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. So come join us and ask a question, and we'll see what Spirit has to say, and we'll see what the question is. It's always fun because I never know who's going to be on, what their question is going to be, what Spirit's going to say. Oh, makes it a crapshoot in my mind. All righty, let's see who's next. Sydney. Hi, Sydney from Hawaii. And I want to know the name of my guardian angel. Melvin is what just came in. Melvin. I'm signed up for a reading with you in December, but thought I'd just ask a late question. Mahalo. Well, right back at you, babe. Okay, so here's the deal with guardian angels. All spirits are just pure energy. They don't have a gender, but we assign a gender with a name, which is fine from our human perspective. But early on, when I first started doing this work, I'd get these angel names that would come in that were like 15 letters and they were all consonants. And I'd say, how in the heck am I supposed to pronounce that? And so I started asking for easy American English names, and those came in. Does that mean that's Melvin's real name as the angel? It means that's the name that that angel gave us for you to use. And if you want to say, hey, angel, that's fine too. Or hey, guardian angel, that's fine too. But I have, in my experience, I have found that it's easier to talk with spirit when we have a name that we can utilize, like a deceased loved one or a spirit guide or an angel or something like that. So Melvin the Angel, it sounds like a movie, doesn't it? I think that's a riot. So thanks for your question. Angela's back. Good. Hi,
I'll
Angela.
give it another shot. Is this better?
It is better. Good job.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Um,
Where are you?
I'm in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, I grew up in Columbus.
I
Did
just
you
heard
know
that
that?
when I listened to your show last week for the first time.
That's right. The Ohio
Very
State
cool.
University. Yep. Many
Yeah,
generations of my family have gone to the Ohio State University. And so,
gotcha.
yeah. Well, wonderful. Well, welcome. How may I help you?
Thank you. My question is, I am feeling encouraged by my guides to share my story, and I am kind of, trying to determine intuitively, is that, an ego thing? Am I getting tripped up by a little bit of fear? Should I be pursuing that? And I'm also feeling strangely, for some reason, like I'm going to be traveling soon, but I'm very
Mhm.
new to the ascension breakthroughs that I've had. So I'm
Mhm.
learning as I go.
As we all do for the rest of our lives and all of our lifetimes. Yes, so good
Yeah.
job at that. You're right on target.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Did you have a question?
I guess just, whatever message spirit wants to bring through, or that you have, am I going the right direction? Am I thinking logically about these next steps, or is there something else I need to do first, or where should my focus be, I guess?
Your focus is where you're being led, and how you know you're being led is something is fun, it's interesting, it's exciting, you wanna know more. And then you take a step, and you may have an idea in your head that's like, "Oh, I'm gonna check out this website. Oh, I'm gonna watch one of these Ask Julie Ryan shows and see what that's all about. Oh, I'm gonna call into Julie's show and see what she has to say." You're being led and all that. That's all guidance coming in from spirit. When you have something that you want guidance about, just say it either aloud or in your head. And our heads are like big satellite dishes, Angela, and they receive and they transmit frequencies. Every spirit has a frequency they keep throughout all their lifetimes. So you can just ask a question that goes to God, the angels, your deceased loved ones, your spirit guides, the whole group. Or you can ask a specific, like ask Angel Melvin something, and you can focus in on that. And that tunes your satellite dish head to their frequency. And then when you have a thought in your head, how you know that that's them answering you is it is the first thing, fast as you can snap your finger. It's the first thing that comes into your head. And sometimes it comes in before the question is even out all the way, or the statement, or the thought from your end. Because time doesn't exist in the spirit world, time's a human creation. So they've already got our question or our statement, and they're answering us oftentimes before we've even finished thinking it. So that's a really good way to know you're being led. The other thing I'm getting to share with you is that there's no right way or wrong way. It all unfolds perfectly. There's no right or wrong ever in anything we do. And we live a kabillion lifetimes. So it's like, okay, I got to get this done in this lifetime. No, you don't. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy the experiences as you go and follow where you're being led. Does that help?
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay. Terrific. Enjoy your evening.
You too.
Bye. AskJulieRyanShow.com. Join us on the live stream on YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share this with your family and friends. And then we'll get some more people to join us and help them on their spiritual journey as well. I got to get my microphone down a little bit here. Okay. All right. Let's see who's next. Hi, Julie. First time here. Julie from Miramar, Florida. Love your name. My question is, will I ever find a different career path? I'm trying to find my passion, but I'm still clueless. Oh, goodness. Well, think about I ask this question a lot to people that are looking for career guidance. And my question to you, Julie, is if you were a trust fund baby and money was never going to be an issue in your whole life for the rest of your life, what would you do for fun? And people oftentimes will say, well, I'm going to travel, or I'd like to learn how to water ski, or I'd like to do whatever. Whatever it is that you come up with, think of a way that you can get a job in that industry. So if you like to travel, check out working for an airline, check out working for a hotel chain, check out something in the travel industry that will allow you to maybe have airplane points, flight points, so you can fly places for free, or hotel points that have different divisions maybe in other countries, or they have properties in other countries or other parts of your country, and you can stay there for free. I mean, there are tons of options. So just ask yourself that question. What would I do for fun if I had the opportunity? I have a dear friend who she and her family love to go to Disney. So she books Disney vacations for other people in her spare time. She does it very, very part-time, and she gets to go to Disney at a reduced rate and or for free on some things. So I think that's a great example. Hope that helps. All righty. Let's see. Denise, hi, I found you on Next Level Soul. Great. I love Alex. He's my buddy. My question is for my husband. He has this rash on his back that has morphed into his entire back and now along the sides. Been years, tried everything. Please help. Okay, I'm going to connect into you, Denise. And then from you, I'm going to hook into your husband. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam. If you can type it in, type us where you are. I can still find you, but it's just fun to know where our callers are from or where are people submitting a question online on the YouTube live stream. Okay, here we go. Got you. Got your husband. He's full of yeast overgrowth. He needs antifungals, systemic. So, nystatin is my favorite, Nystatin, because it stays in the GI tract and it doesn't have any known side effects. And it's very gentle on the body. So see if you can get a prescription for nystatin or another antifungal. He needs to take it so that it can help him systemically. In the meantime, have him eat low on the food chain. If God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it, kind of a thing. Because yeast loves sugar and anything processed. She's Alaska, Fairbanks, actually way upriver. Okay, she did say wild interior. I just didn't know where the wild interior was, girl. So thanks for pointing that out for us. But here's the food stuff. Yeast loves anything with sugar in it. Yeast loves anything fermented. So stay away from sugar. Stay away from anything refined because the body digests it like sugar. And the yeast have a party. They're like, woohoo! Here comes our favorite food. Secondly, stay away from anything fermented. Wine, beer, alcohol, kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, vinegar, soy sauce, kombucha. All that stuff is bad news if you have yeast overgrowth. Because when we have yeast overgrowth, our guts become a fermentation factory. We add more fermented foods or liquids to our stomachs, and it's just like pouring gasoline on a fire. Just makes it worse. So that's number 2. Number 3, if you're going to eat fruit, peel it. There's tons of yeast on the peel. Never, ever, ever, any of you, for the rest of your life, ever put a slice of lemon or lime in a drink because there's tons of yeast on the peel. And if you're in a restaurant or a bar, think about this. They cut those lemons up first thing in the morning. They're not stored in the fridge. Even if they were, they'd get yeast on them, but it's really bad when they sit out. They don't wash them, and you just don't even know what's on them. So when you put them in a glass of water or another drink, you're just drinking a yeast and God only knows what else cocktail. If I get a glass of water I always ask for water without lemon if I'm in a restaurant. And if I get one with lemon in it, I send it back. I mean, it's that big of a deal. Denise, you want to freeze and reheat leftovers because tons of yeast gets on leftovers in the fridge when they're in there, even overnight. Think of yeast and mold as nature's garbage disposal. It's what makes things degrade. So you want to freeze and reheat things. I am the Ziploc bag queen of the universe. Everything in my house that's leftovers goes in a Ziploc bag. I write with a Sharpie pen what it is on the top, and then I'll lay it flat on a shelf in my freezer. And then when it's frozen, I get the air out of it and I'll lay it flat. When it's frozen, then I stack the packages upright like files in a file drawer. You will save so much food and so much room in your freezer if you do that. And then lastly, get a hold of some nice statin. Nystatin, and you may want to do a consult with Dr. Maria in London Dramasanti, and she's a general practitioner MD. She's functional medicine. She's holistic medicine. She's a graduate of my class. She's brilliant, and you will love, love, love her. She will help you get rid of that in short order. So I hope all that helps. Thanks, Denise. Okay, let's see who our next lucky caller is that gets chosen. Louise, you're our next lucky caller.
I didn't
How are
even
you?
say I wanted to be on, but I'll
Do you
tell
want
you,
Okay.
my husband thanks you.
Oh, tell
I
everybody what
don't
for.
know if he, well, the last time I was on, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, when we were talking about his prostate, that I was trying to keep quiet from the world. He has slept well every single night since.
Oh, wonderful.
So I thank you for that, really.
Oh,
And,
did you tell him we had fun in his Netherland area?
oh, he watched this with me after.
Oh,
So, yeah,
oh, good. Well,
totally.
that's all
Yeah,
right. His
yeah.
face wasn't on camera,
Mhm.
just your beautiful face. It was on camera. Tell everybody where you are.
I'm in Canada, in Ottawa, Canada, trying to hide it from everybody, but here I am again.
Here you are. We're thrilled. Okay.
Well,
Well,
since I
thanks.
don't know why I'm put on, but I didn't
Got a
remember
question?
doing this, but I might as well ask you a question while I'm
Yeah,
at it.
absolutely. Yeah.
So I'd love to come to Atlanta, but I just don't want to be doing that kind of traveling right now. And if I
Okay.
waited for the online, am I still going to get the same out of it?
Yes, you will. Great question. It's more fun in person. I just have to say,
I
when
know
we're
that's
all
the only thing.
together. It's way more
Yeah.
fun. But yes, it's the same. We do a lecture and discussion for each of the different areas. We do medical, we do talking with spirits, we do the 12 phases of transition when somebody's dying, we do past lives, we do spirit guides, we do all of that.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so there's lecture and discussion, and then there's practicum for each area. So we talk about it and then you do it, whether you're online or whether you're in person. And
Mhm.
that's the key to learning anything, whether it's this, whether it's woo woo or learning how to cook something or learning how to drive or whatever. You can watch a video, you can listen to somebody talk about it, you can read a book, but until you actually do it and experience it, you're not going to get it.
Mhm.
And so,
Yeah.
yes.
So I spoke to Dr. Maria Amasante 2
Oh,
days
great.
ago. It was
Oh,
wild. I really love her. Thank you very much. I met her through your interview.
yeah,
And yeah, so we were talking about finding my tribe, and she said to go to it because it's so much better when you meet people and you become
yeah.
friends. So I'll think
Well,
about it.
and that's a really good point too, Louise, is that the tribe is global. We've had people, I think, from 14 or 15 countries now. The only prerequisite
Hmm.
is you got to speak English because that's all I speak. And so we have 9 practice groups a week that are free for the rest
Whoa.
of your life. And so there are people
Oh,
from all over the world that come into the practice groups and they do this together. I'm not on them. This is all graduate
mm,
led. And they get together and they work on themselves, they work on other people if there are special intentions, like somebody has a health issue or something else. Somebody wants to talk to a deceased loved one. And the reason why they're so successful is because when you have validation for what you're getting from spirit, it helps you learn to trust the information you get. And also, the more you the more you do it, the more validation you get, the more you trust it, and then it's just second nature. And it makes
mm,
it so
that's amazing.
easy.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
So she's right. Isn't she lovely?
Oh, I loved her right away.
Dr.
Just
Maria.
there's
I
my
know.
gal, you know. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
my gal.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Talk my
Well, give
language.
give
Yeah,
your
thank you.
husband our love. Tell him that we really enjoyed working on his prostate, and, we really appreciate
Keep saying
him being a lab rat for us, a guinea pig for us on that.
I will do. I will do. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thanks,
Okay,
Louise.
bye. Good to
Take
see you.
care. You
Bye-bye.
too. Oh my gosh, how fun. Yeah, we all, you know how I always ask permission before I scan somebody or work on them, and guys just get a little touchy when we're talking about their manly man parts, and rightfully so. I mean, yeah, I understand that, but I'm so glad he's doing better. Okay, let's see who's next. AskJulieRyanShow.com. Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. Hi, Brenda. How are you, my
You can hear
girl?
me? Yeah,
I
I'm
can,
doing
yes.
great. I talked to you a couple weeks ago, and you worked on a CSF leak for me. And I want
Yeah.
to tell you, I have been slowly improving. I did take a tumble yesterday, but I'm not in bed all day like I used to be if I took a tumble. I just want to tell you,
Yay!
thank you.
Oh, yay.
Another
Tell
thing,
everybody where you are.
it's just like I'm in Omaha, outside of Omaha, Nebraska, in Bellevue, Nebraska.
Okay, tell everybody what a CSF leak is, please.
Cerebral spinal fluid was leaking into the spinal column, and what it does is it causes positional severe headaches, slurring of words, you lose your memory. I had extra back pain because of it. I mean, just all kinds of like ugly stuff, and doctors don't like to believe you got one. And so it's a battle if you do have one. So I just want to thank you so much. I just
Oh.
cannot express this. But I
Oh.
was calling tonight because my sister had COVID 3.5 years ago, and she has long COVID. And the way it affects her is cognitive, dizzy spells, extreme exhaustion. She totally lost her job. She can't drive anymore, and I had talked to her a few weeks ago, and she would love, 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 love for you to scan her and see if there's anything we can do to help her out.
Yeah, what's her name and where is she?
Her name is Becky, and she is in Northwest Montana by Glacier National Park.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama to you in Omaha, and then we're going to go to Becky. All right, got you. Heading further west, heading northwest to get to your sister. You look like you're at the pool. Are you in a bathing suit?
No, I'm in my tank top, and I'm sitting on my saucer swing in my backyard because it's a beautiful night tonight.
Oh, wonderful. I thought you might be basking at the pool. Okay, Becky, I'm talking to Brenda. May I scan you energetically? She said, of course. So good job setting that up. All right, here we go. Going in. Okay, so we're doing a lymph cleanse on her. Imagine that there's a vertical oval tube, Brenda, and all her lymph fluid's going inside of it. Lymph fluid is an amber color and it's kind of globby. Do you remember lava lamps back in the day? That globby fluid inside a lava lamp? Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. And then there's a hole that's opened on the bottom of each of her feet. So as this is spinning in a clockwise direction, the toxins are coming out through the bottom of her feet. And now what I'm doing is spirit working through me and with me to help facilitate healing. There's a big dome that's come down on top of her like a metal dome. Think of the cover for a plate of food during room service. You know, when room service brings it in the hotel and it's just this metal dome. All right. When it lifts up, then all the lymph nodes that have sequestered toxins are coming out with it. Lymph nodes look like little D3 vitamin capsules. And when they've sequestered toxins, they can look brown or black inside. Those have been removed. She's being sprinkled with stem cell energy, light amber color gel, sparkles, dippity doo. And there are vortices that are spinning in front of her, on top of her, on either side, behind her, and then beneath her feet, all spinning concurrently. That's going to help regenerate those lymph nodes. I'm also watching a heavy metal detox, and there are two big U-shaped magnets, Brenda, that are encircling her body. They're joined in the middle. They go up and down her body. They turn a quarter of a turn until they get all the way around her body. And they're pulling out metallic particulates. They can look like little sparkly pieces of glitter. They can look like a dull piece of glitter. They can look like a strand of metal that you'd get out of a scrubbing pad, like a steel wool scrubbing pad that we'd use in the kitchen to scrub pots and pans. So that's happening too. So that will help. Couple of things. We were just talking about Dr. Maria. I would suggest she work DRAMASANTI. We'll have that in the show notes. You can get in touch with Dr. Maria. And then also have her go to FLCCC, which is the Frontline Critical Care Consortium or something like that. F as in Frank, L as in Lucy, CCC. Cat, FLCCC. Just do an internet search on that. There's all kinds of protocols there that I believe can help her.
Okay, yeah, and she also had at least 3 vaccine shots.
Okay.
So that's probably got something to do with this, even though she would never admit that it would, but
Yeah. I agree. So FLCCC and Dr. Maria can help her get well. She can heal from this.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for. I'm so glad you're feeling better.
I'm going to send her this. It's like a night and day difference almost for me.
Good.
I'm like Brenda again. That's what.
Oh, wonderful. Made my night. Thanks so much for letting me know.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye, Brenda. AskJulieRyanShow.com. Ask Julie Ryan on YouTube live stream. Come join us and ask your question, and we'll see what spirits have to say. When I get answers in my head, it's a merging of guidance from spirit and then my experience as well. So you kind of get you get it all merged together, and that's how the answers come in. And the reason why I always give references like Dr. Maria or FLCCC or something like that is because the healing happens on the energetic level, and then it's going to integrate into your body. And that can happen instantly. It can take days, weeks, months, may need some kind of complementary care like change in diet, physical therapy, whatever. But healing is a multi-pronged approach. And so we'll do it on the energetic level. You want to do it on the physical level. There are other things you can do, other medical providers, acupressure, acupuncture, chiropractic, whatever. But healing is a multi-pronged approach. And the most important thing to remember is nobody heals anybody else. We all heal ourselves. So the work that I do, the work that doctors and other medical providers do is all facilitating and helping you heal yourself. So just like to remind everybody of that. Every once in a while, I'll have somebody say, well, I just want you to heal this. I go, yeah, well, I can do it on the energetic level, but then it's your spirit's choice how you integrate it or whether you even integrate it into your body. And that's all based on what you're exploring in this lifetime, what your spirit is exploring. So a little bit of a tutorial there on how all this works. All righty, let's see who's next. Hello, Julian, everyone. Checking in from Texas. Okay. I can't read what her name is, but anyways, or his name. Can you please link why I can daily see angels encamped around the entire perimeter of my property, even stacked up into a pyramid over the home? Wow, great question. All right, so I'm going to connect into you. I want to see in my mind's eye what you're seeing, and then we'll ask them, see what they're up to. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading to Texas. I had to look to see where you were. Okay, heading in Texas, got you. Okay, yeah, goodness, girl. Okay, what is going on with this? Why are all the angels around you so much. And what's going on with that? Protection, I'm getting protection from what? Protection from perceived invaders is what I'm getting. All spirits are pure love. There are no such things as evil spirits, but we do have in our human existence, we do have things that can happen, like when President Trump was shot last weekend. Those kinds of things. So, do you have something going on that has you scared, that has you feeling uneasy or worried or fearful about something that could happen at your home or somebody breaking into your home is what I'm getting. I'm getting this is a physical threat that the angels are protecting you from. So I hope that helps. You may want to get one of those security systems where I know that they have cameras that you can have at your front door and cameras elsewhere. And they've got some new ones that are fairly inexpensive. So you may want to look into that. But I get that this is an actual threat that you're worried about from a physical standpoint. And it has to do with somebody getting into your home or on your property that you don't want or something along that. So let's see what's going on. She has MS. Okay, so maybe your mobility is limited. Now, this has to do with a physical threat to your property. I don't get that it has anything to do with your MS. Perhaps your MS in your mobility issues, but you probably want to beef up some kind of a security system in your home, whether that, like I mentioned, whether that be cameras or an alarm system or something like that. Hopefully that'll help. And in the meantime, the angels are there. So that's as good as it gets too. I would beef it up on the physical level though. Hope that helps. Great question. Okay. Hi, Julie. I'm Athena from New Mexico, and my beloved dog Tanya, it looks like, passed away almost a month ago. And I was wondering if he had, I don't think it's Tanya. I can't read what the name is. I was wondering if he had any messages for me and my family, and is he okay? Thank you so much. I doubt if his name's Tanya. Tama, maybe Tama. It looks like. Okay, I'm going to connect into you, Athena. Here we go. And from you to your dog. Messages. He's around you all the time. You think you feel him. He says he gets in the bed with you. It'd be interesting to hear if you feel him in the bed with you. He says he snuggles up next to you in the bed. So he's around you. You can talk to him anytime. What I was talking about earlier, that our heads are big satellite dishes that receive and transmit frequencies, and every spirit has a frequency, including every animal. So you just think of them, and then that tunes your satellite dish head to his frequency, and then you can just ask a question or make a statement, and he'll answer you. So I hope that helps with that. We're at AskJulieRyanShow.com, also at Ask Julie Ryan on the YouTube live stream. Remember to subscribe. Remember to leave a comment anywhere you listen to this show, either on YouTube or on a podcast network or Alexa. I don't know how you leave a review on Alexa. So podcast network, and you'll be entered into drawings for free sessions and also free classes. So it's a great deal, you guys. Doesn't get any better than free. So we've got that. All righty. Let's see who's next. Chris is spinning that roulette wheel. See where the marble lands. The ball lands, whatever you call it. And we'll see who's next. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Gotta unmute, girl.
Sorry,
There you
this
go.
is my first time.
Oh,
My
we're
first time, and I'm coming to Atlanta in November.
Yay! Fabulous. Oh, how exciting.
Very
Oh, you're
excited.
going to have a ball. You'll have a
Yeah,
ball.
can't wait.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful. Well, where are you located?
I'm up in Maine.
Okay, terrific. How are things up there? I'm sure they're beautiful.
Beautiful and hot and humid, but it's
Oh,
great. So,
yeah. Well, it's summertime. It's
um,
supposed to
so
be.
yeah. So I just got a phone call from my daughter. She's getting married next week.
Oh,
Her
great.
fiance's grandmother is 97. She
Okay.
can't come up to the wedding. So the three of them snuck off about a month ago and got married, just Claire and Matt and grandma. So
Oh,
grandma is about to pass, like
oh,
could be tonight. The family is gathered.
yeah.
So I just wanted to see if there was any intercession to
Yeah,
help her
yeah.
pass peacefully.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. What's grandma's name? What's her first name?
Fran. Fran.
Fran.
They call
All
her
right. And
Franma. It's so cute.
how cute is that? I love that, Franma. All right. And what's your daughter's first name?
Yeah. Claire.
Claire. And where are they? Where's grandma? Where's
They're down
Franma?
they're down in Atlanta.
They're in Atlanta. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that where the wedding is? Is in Atlanta?
No, they're all coming up to Maine, which is why they had a private little ceremony with just Matt and Claire and grandma. So
Nice. How sweet. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hook into you. So we're gonna be bebopping around here. I'm gonna hook into you
okay.
in Maine. We're gonna come down to Atlanta, and I'm gonna go to Claire, and then from Claire to Franma. Okay, so here we
Okay.
go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home Alabama. Got you ricocheting back south. Got Claire. Going from Claire to Franma. Franma's in phase 11. She's at the end. She's ready to go. The vortex above her head is very strong. And for those of you that don't know what Elizabeth and I are talking about, it's the 12 phases of transition. And it's what happens as we are dying. We're all going to go through this. And we're surrounded by angels and the spirits of deceased loved ones and pets. Phase 1 is, the beginning, the spirit exits the body, holds onto the top of the head, looks like a cartoon caption bubble or a speech bubble. And then phase 11 is there's a big vortex above her head. The angels are in a straight line at her feet. There are many, 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 many thousands of spirits that are there to welcome her to heaven. And so let's ask her the 3 questions I always ask. So, Fredma, are you ready to go? She's saying more than ready, more than ready. Are you in pain? Not at all. What do you need?
Mhm.
Just for them to let me go, is what she's saying. So be sure that everybody's told her it's okay for her to go. Suggest
Mhm.
that with Claire. Have Claire check that out, number 1. And she's saying that she wants to go now because she doesn't wanna interrupt the wedding next weekend. She's saying that's
I
like
believe it.
she's saying that would be her worst nightmare, would be to just infringe on that time that everybody's together, but she's saying at the wedding, she wants everybody to raise a toast to her, and she wants everybody to do a dance with her. She said she'll be there in the middle of
Mhm.
all of it, she'll be dancing with all of them, but, yeah, she wants to go so that the wedding she's saying goes off without a hitch. So the wedding goes
Yep.
off without a
That sounds
hitch.
like her.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you've read Angelic Attendance, I know, my book, but
Mhm.
anybody
Yeah.
that hasn't read it, this is what it looks like. Angelic Attendance, what really happens. If I could figure out how to do this on the screen, that would be great. There we go. Angelic Attendance, what really
Mhm.
happens as we transition from this life into the next. Anybody that wants a free copy, free digital and audiobook version, go to julieryangift.com and we'll send you a free digital and audiobook download, or you can just get it at askjulieryan.com on the homepage. It's right up at the top. Just click on that and we'll send you a free copy. So, Elizabeth, I'm
Great.
so thrilled that you're going to be joining us in
Yeah.
Atlanta. Have a wonderful time at the wedding. Do you have your dress already?
Oh,
Ready
yes,
to
I
go?
do. I do.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm
ready to
sure
dance. So,
I'm
but
sure
thank
you'll
you
look
so much.
fabulous.
I'm gonna text my daughter right now. I'm gonna tell them
Yeah,
to say the words out loud. You can
that's
go.
right. That's
Please
right. That's what
join.
she's waiting for. Yeah, yeah. And she's
Okay.
saying that she's gonna watch over everybody from heaven, and she's gonna be in the middle of the whole bit next weekend just dancing with everybody. Yeah, so I
Great.
hope that
Thank you so
helps.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
calling in.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
How fun is that? All right. I think we have time for one more question, Chris. See who's next. Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
How are you, my girl?
Well, I'm not doing so good.
I'm sorry.
I'm Temecula, California.
Okay. This is California night.
Oh, hot, hot, hot. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Um, I have a couple of issues I'd like to ask you. I've had neck problems for 2.5 years with what we call cervical dystonia,
Okay.
where my head
Explain to
just
everybody what that is, please.
uh, cervical dystonia is when you have muscle spasms in your neck, which are very uncontrollable.
Mm,
And it comes from your brain. So your brain is sending signals to your muscles to twitch and turn your head. And it's like if somebody was pulling your head over and you're trying to get it back, it won't go back. It's just like this.
mm,
And
interesting.
then on top of that, I had my husband passed 3 months ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
So between that, I have to sell the house.
Oh,
I'm just so overwhelmed and filled with grief
I bet.
that, it's hard to
Oh.
function.
I bet. Do you have some support systems there for you? Do you have family that can help you or yeah,
Yes, I have my 3 adult children.
good. Are they close by?
So, well, one's in Idaho, the daughter. My oldest son's in Palm Desert and my middle son is in Manhattan Beach. So they're
They're
about
close.
an hour away.
Hour. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too far.
Mhm.
Okay. On the muscle spasms with the brain, what I'm getting on that is that that it's gonna be best if you can increase your good fats. Like that my favorite good fat is brain octane oil, which is a highly refined coconut oil. Have you ever heard of MCT oil?
Oh,
Medium
yeah.
chain
Yeah.
triglyceride, but this is C8, which is most MCT oil is C12. This is C8, and it creates more ketones. It works better in the brain. And my favorite part about this is the body can't store it as fat. Hello.
Oh,
I got plenty of
oh,
fat. I don't
yeah.
need any more. Thank you very much. So, yeah, you can get it on Amazon, Karen. You can get it from bulletproof.com. That's by far my favorite one. The other thing is it's highly refined, so it doesn't upset the stomach like some of the other
Mhm.
MCT oils do. So, wait, while you were telling me about that, I was getting you don't have enough good fat in your diet and in your body, and that's
Oh,
what's helping to cause these spasms. In the meantime, what I've done is connected into you, and I'm in your brain and in your neck muscles, and they're all being coated with this brain octane oil, which is a clear oil that doesn't have any flavor, and it's your muscles and everything look tight now, and they look so this is the healing and energetic, brain octane oil, I think is really gonna help you a lot. How's your diet? What are you eating? What do you like to eat?
I'm not eating much lately because I'm just grieving, but um, being from the Midwest and a baby boomer, sandwiches for lunch, and then I'm using one of those pre-made meals Factor.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it's good.
Good. Good.
But my
Oh, please,
bad
sandwiches
part,
for lunch. God, bologna sandwiches is what was in my lunch for most of my grade school with ketchup on it, on white bread. Ugh.
that's that's right.
Yeah,
And maybe some cheap,
that's right. And it
but
and other stuff, Twinkies, usually potato chips, is I mean, all just
oh,
awful stuff. Yeah, yeah, but it was good going down, right?
yeah, right. But they also want me to have a second cervical spine surgery to see if they can correct this torticollis and the arthritis in my neck.
Okay, so the arthritis already got taken out when during the healing, and arthritis looks like a
Oh,
little looks like that white crunchy calcium deposit stuff on a battery that's expired. Have you ever had a battery like in a flashlight that's expired, gets that white crunchy
oh,
stuff on it? That's what arthritis looks like. That's what it looks like in the operating room when a joint is being scoped. That's what it looks like on the monitor. So of course that's my frame of reference because I've seen a million of those back in the day when I was
uh,
developing new products and stuff in the operating room. So that's been removed. How do you feel about the surgery?
um, I'm to the point where I'm desperate,
Okay.
and the doctor said, he goes, if I didn't have the torticollis, he would be over 90% sure it would work. But
Mhm.
with my history, he's not 90, he's under 90% that it'll help. And it's at C1, 2, and 2, 3. He's
I
going to fuse.
I'm getting a hold on that for now. I
Oh,
would try some other methods. Certainly that's an option, but, I'm getting, to place a hold on that in the short run, and,
oh,
that's just what I'm getting from spirit. Follow your gut, follow your intuition. The thing about fusing is then, you got problems above and below with that. And that's something that
mm-hmm.
they don't really tell you. But one of my best girlfriends has had multiple surgeries and multiple fusions, and then the stuff below is problematic. So I'm getting a hold on
Yeah,
that if it's not just absolutely essential. So I hope that helps.
yeah.
Have you read Angelic Attendance yet, my book?
You sent it to me, and I've got through the first couple chapters.
Okay, good, good.
With my husband passing, I'm still waiting for some signs, and
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you'll get them. Well, you're in grief and, spirit doesn't communicate on the I feel crappy channels because the vibration's too low. So ask him to visit you in your dreams. Because when our
okay.
brains are rested and our vibration level resets to the factory presetting of spirit every night when we sleep. So it's easier for them sometimes to communicate with us in our dreams, especially when we're grieving, because grief is a low vibration. But,
Oh,
the audio book may be easier for you to get through if you listen to it, and then you can multitask while you're doing other things. It's gonna give you a lot of comfort and a lot of information. So, I
oh,
hope
good.
that helps. Okay. Well, let us know
Thank
how you're
you.
doing. Okay. Good luck
Will
with your
do.
house sale. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Take
Have
care. Thanks,
a
Karen.
nice. uh,
Okay, everybody. That's it for this week. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home Alabama. Mwah! We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. To enhance your spiritual journey, click on one of the videos below and remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share with your family and friends.